Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to your morning messages with me, Michelle. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. I am here to help you along your spiritual awakening. And I love helping people learn to fall more in love with themselves. That's like my specialty. And I'm feeling called to say that today. I usually don't say that in my videos. So I feel like today is the theme of falling more in love with yourself and forgiving yourself for past decisions and, for staying too long somewhere. You didn't stay too long anywhere. Everything was perfect. The timing was perfect. It's all good. So forgive yourself, give yourself grace, just let things happen in your life and don't judge. When you are in judgment, when you are in comparison, when you are in analyzing and trying to figure out, and I should be doing this or I should be doing that, all of that is your ego, and your ego is commenting on everything. And right now, our egos, especially around new moons, full moons, we just had a new moon recently, we have to separate ourselves from that voice because it's literally keeping us in a certain mindset and a certain state of being, and it's unhealthy. We are not supposed to be comparing, judging, and criticizing all day long in our minds. We're supposed to be having gratitude, appreciation, and looking at everything is perfect and everything is always working out for me. Even if I were to sprain my ankle, knock on wood, there's a reason for it. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to be resting right now. Thank you, universe. So once you can see that every little thing is here for you and it's not happening to you, then your life starts to really unfold. So speaking of unfolding, let's open up some pages. Let's dive into a book. What do I want to use today? Ooh, this should be fun. I have a spirit animal book. This is one of the very first books I ever started not reading, but pulling pages in when I first started with cards. So, all right, universe, spirit guides, and angels, please come through and give us the message that we need to hear today on this lovely Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Ooh, the Jaguar. It says, focus on what you want with clear and unequivocal intention and stay with it to its successful conclusion. You're going to experience an awakening or deepening of your psychic vision. You've been very patient and you're just about to manifest the key to prosperity and beneficial outcomes. So as soon as the next opportunity appears, take the leap and go for it. Keep your plans and intentions to yourself, not to be secretive, but so they will gain power. And your intention and purpose will become even clearer. No need for striving or ambition at this time, so relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor until the next quest. Let go of whatever isn't working anymore in your life. By doing so, you'll reclaim your power. Holy cow. And the word prosperity rang a bell to me. Where was that sentence? You've been very patient and you're just about to manifest the key to prosperity and beneficial outcomes. So I watched a YouTube video yesterday and it was about how giving is the new currency. And oops, sorry, I just kicked my knee into the table. Giving is the new currency. So it's basically saying in order to be prosperous, it's not about receiving abundance and money. It is about what you're giving. How are you adding value into the world? How are you making it better? How are you making yourself better? How are you nurturing yourself? So we have to redefine prosperous and prosperity and prospering. What does that really mean for you? There was a quote, I'm trying to think of it. It just popped into my head and it just like flew away real fast. Come on, angels, help me remember it. Are you making decisions? Is your bank account, it's something about, is your bank account driving your thinking, or is your thinking driving your bank account? I think that's what it is. Is your bank account driving your thinking, or is your thinking driving your bank account? And obviously our bank account should not even be in the mix. We should wake up each day, feel really good about being alive. We have air in our lungs. And I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I was talking so much, I got really emotional, but I was talking so much about like appreciating food, appreciating smells, touch, the five senses. Just we're in these physical bodies, and one day we're not going to be in them and we don't know where we're going to be. So like we chose to come down to earth to experience the physical part of this. And when we're waking up and only focusing on how am I going to make money, how am I going to make money, how am I going to survive, how am I going to make money, how am I going to survive, that's what the world has conditioned us to do. Not the world, the universe. That's what human, like, we're going the wrong way. We've been conditioned to think that we wake up and we watch TV and we go to work and we make money and we repeat. No, we're supposed to wake up. We're supposed to, touch our bed sheets and be so thankful that they were so silky and smooth last night. Brush our teeth and be grateful for toothbrushes that we can clean our mouth and protect our body and keep it safe, put good food in our body so we can feel good and think clearly. And then we go out and then we go and add value. Okay, I'm a human on this planet. What am I here to do? Do I want to go hang out with kids? Do I want to go help adults like start a business? Do I want to defend somebody in a case where they, where things were not fair? Like whatever it is that you're feeling called to do, that's what we do. We don't wake up and say, okay, what can I go do that's going to make me the most money? And we're all being called to unlearn that, because that's the conditioning that we grew up in, and it's been here for hundreds of years, and we need to stop it. And that's what's happening right now, this great awakening. The universe had enough, and it was like, okay, we're going to make this pandemic happen. We're going to freeze all these humans and we're going to make them wake up and see what they're living in. It's toxic. It's not healthy. You are in a body and you are a beautiful soul and you have a mission here. Your mission is not to make money. Your mission is, and I know I could just feel that somebody said, well, money brings us freedom, so we can go do our things that our soul wants to do. But so you get the money, right? And then you go out and do those things. Then what? You're still going to be a bottomless pit. I'm telling you, it has to be from a place of love. You have to be doing things throughout your day from a place of love, and you have to feel like you're giving something by you just going and satisfying your needs by, experiencing, seeing sunsets, traveling, wakeboarding, doing all these cool things. Like that's going to get old. It's going to get old. You're going to do all those things and you're going to be like, okay, but I'm not, like, you're going to feel like a void. And the void is you're wanting to give something, you're wanting to add value. And when you awaken to this, to who you are, that you're not your body and that you're here for something bigger, your body and your soul yearns for what that is for you. What's going to fill your cup up? What's going to make you feel so good? Is it playing with kids? Is it building a business? Is it helping other people in some way? Is it painting? Is it cooking? Is it teaching? And you're being called right now to be prosperous in what you love to give. Because when you start giving your gifts, you get accidentally paid. The universe will be like, they finally figured it out. Now the abundance is going to flow in, and then you get money, and then you can go do the things you want to do, but you also can come back from doing those things and still be knowing what lights you up, which is your service to our planet. Okay. And being prosperous, we really have to redefine it. I don't know what I was just going to say there. It just jumped out of my mind. But wow, what an awesome start. Jaguar. Thank you, Spirit. That was so good. All right. So let's pull some cards. Let's just do some tarot. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine. I have all the decks I used in the description box below if any of you guys want to check them out. I also have my Amazon list listed, so you can go and see exactly on Amazon where I purchased my decks. The World card, a brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment, freedom to do whatever you want. Be proud of yourself. That's it. Being prosperous in your enlightenment, in your spiritual development. When you start following your heart and you wake up each day and you're adding value to the world and you're feeling good in your body, you're appreciating a beautiful candle, a yummy cold iced coffee, whatever it is, you feel the touch of your hair, you're just enjoying every little bit. That is abundance. That is living. It says a brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment, and spiritual enlightenment. Freedom to do whatever you want. So when you get to that space, you're going to be free. And some of you right now might be thinking, you might be in your logical part of your mind saying, well, how does that work? How do I get in spiritual enlightenment? How do I get the money? I don't understand how. And that's your ego. Your ego is trying to run you. Your ego is trying to tell you like, you have to know. Well, guess what? No, you don't. You just wake up and you do what you love. If somebody says, hey, like, can you help me with this? And you find yourself doing something and you're like, this lights me up. Say you start to go like venture out and start to go to farms, and like maybe you start to want to become vegan, and you're learning a lot about the animals and how they raise them, and you just start like feeling really good about it. Like you're thinking about it every day. That's your soul saying, hey, this is where we need you. This is what lights you up. Go do that as much as you can. Yes, you might have a 9 to 5, but when you have time off, take your body to those places and do it. And that's another message I just got was, spirit can move us, but it can't. The way it moves us is it gives us feelings in our body. So you might be getting, sorry, my eyes were just hurting a little bit. You might be getting anxiety, right? So the anxiety is this sensation in your body. Well, spirit's making you feel that because it's saying like, hey, get off the couch. Let's go do something. Let's go to that farm. Let's go for a run. Let's go dance. Let's go play. Let's go do whatever you want to do. But it can't jump in your body and just start making you walk. It gives you a feeling. The feeling is the movement, because once you feel uncomfortable, you're like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. And that is basically us being directed on where to go. I hope that makes sense. But a lot of people think like, well, how, like I was saying, the how, the ego always wants to know how. We don't always know the next step. We don't like, sometimes it's like we're in a room and there's like 10 rooms lined up that we have to walk through, and we're in the first room, the door connecting to the second room is shut. We don't know what's on the other side. We just go into the first room and feel good and explore and have fun. And then all of a sudden one day it's like, boom, spirit opens the second door and it's like, okay, you're ready. And then you move into the next one. So an example of that would be like, I first started to get Reiki, right? 3 years ago. And she would pull cards at the end of the Reiki session. And I was just really like, ooh, I like this, and I've been to mediums that pull cards and stuff, but I just felt more connected in that session. And I was like, I feel like I want to do this. And that was the door opening. So I went through the door, I went and got my first deck. And actually my sister bought me my first deck too for Christmas. And then what else happened? So then I started to pull cards for myself, and then another door opened. I would bring them to work with me, and in the privacy of our office, I would pull cards for my friends, and I would start to just like explore and be like, oh, let's see what the card says for you, not knowing that I was going to be a messenger one day. And then all of a sudden a friend was like, hey, can you come do this for me and my friends at this event? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, why not? I was so nervous. So that was another door opening. So that's how I got here. It all started in a Reiki session, seeing mediums, them telling me that I could do this. And I was like, oh, I'm not sure. But then one day it felt right. So I went and got cards. So that's how things unfold. So like I said, if you go into that farm and playing with those animals, that's one door opening. And then all of a sudden someone's like, hey, you should volunteer here. That's life bringing you your next steps. Okay. All right. I'm being guided to read the World card. Oh, I love it too. I just noticed there's an infinity sign, which is kind of like this, it's never ending. It's like we're always moving. We're always in the flow. I just feel like it's like a completion. I keep feeling like completion. Let's see what this says. And when I read tarot, I know there's specific meanings and I've studied it and I know the meaning of each card, but I really like to just see what comes through in the moment. So right now I feel the word completion, but I know the wheel card can sometimes mean completion. But for some reason with this, I just feel like she's just really floating there, really, really happy. The infinity signs above her head. It's like full spiritual enlightenment. It's like completion done. I've made it. I'm here. And we never really make it. But it's always a journey. So, okay, let's see what this says. The world, wholeness, completion, epiphany. These are the words that describe the world card. It's a time of joyful peace or spiritual insight. So there are reasons to celebrate. Metaphorically, the world represents a life that has been brilliantly lived, but it can just as easily be a project you've successfully completed or the attainment of spiritual enlightenment. Holy shit, you guys. We got spiritual enlightenment with the Jaguar card too. Imagine your guardian angels and all the archangels giving you a round of applause or jumping for joy on your behalf. You have the magic touch at this time, able to either repeat past happy experiences or create brand new ones. The choice is yours. However, in the meantime, add your own applause to the chorus of angels. Bravo. And it says additional meanings, total clarity, cosmic awareness, a journey that's now at a joyful end, great achievements, new beginnings, the freedom to go in any direction, a sense of completion. Holy cow, it said freedom to go in any direction. And then the Jaguar card said freedom to do what you want. So when you find your value that you want to add to the world, when you find what lights you up and what makes you feel good, it feels like freedom. It's like, finally, I figured it out. This is what I love to do. And I know that maybe I'm not making millions doing it, but what I've learned, what Michelle has learned, is that the universe always gives us just what we need. So say you have like a $1,700 bill to pay in 2 weeks, right? Something breaks and you're like, oh, I got this $1,700 house bill. What's going to happen is you're going to pause and say, universe, could you please provide me the funds to pay for this? I kind of don't want to take from my savings or from my checking account. Could you please show me $1,700 before this bill is due? And then you be patient and you wait and you just know that it's going to show up. You don't take action to pull money from anywhere. You don't try and go make an extra $1,700. You just see what happens. And I guarantee you $1,700 will show up in a magical way, whether it's somebody gifting you something that's $1,700, whether it's you getting a return on something or an insurance check in the mail, or maybe, oh, here's a good example. I took my car to go get serviced and I got it back, and like my insurance card and my registration card, they were like stolen out of my car. I think they left my Jeep open overnight. And I was like pissed. You know, the initial part of me, like what I was talking about in the beginning of the reading, is we have to know that everything's okay. Everything's happening for a reason. So I get it in my car and I see that they're missing, and I call the place. I'm like, hey, did you happen to go in my glove box? I'm like, did the license or the registration and the insurance card fall out? Maybe it's on the floor in your shop. And they're like, no, we never go in there. And I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. I was like, I guess maybe someone broke into my Jeep overnight, and they like apologized barely. But so here's the beautiful, like the silver lining of the story. I come home and I go to look up my insurance stuff just to like get a new card. And I look at what I'm paying and I'm just like, you know, Michelle, you're kind of paying a lot for a single girl with just a Jeep. I don't like travel too much. So I went and did like other quotes for insurance, and my Jeep bill, my maintenance bill was $910. And I was like, damn it, like I got to pay $900. So that was the first part where I was like, nope, I trust. I was like, universe, can you please bring me $900 so I can pay for this, so I don't have to take from my savings? And then I look up my insurance, and that was like, you know, obviously days later that I got my Jeep back, looked at my insurance. That night I was guided to get a couple quotes. So I got another quote from another place, and it was like so much cheaper. So I was like, heck, I'm just going to switch my insurance. So I switched my insurance. Well, they sent me a confirmation email saying, hey, this is going to be your first payment and your monthly payment for the next 6 months. So I doubled it because I wanted to see what I was paying per year. And I compared it to my my original insurance bill for the year. And guess how much cheaper it was? It was $918 cheaper. So by switching insurance companies, I saved $918. And my Jeep bill for the maintenance was $910. That's how the universe works. It's not just going to hand us cash. but it kind of just did. It moved me to lose my insurance card, registration card. It took that away from me. So I was forced to go hop on my computer to look for a new insurance card. Then I was guided to look at new insurance policies, and boom, that's how the universe works. So when you're trying to see that everything is always working out for you, remember these little stories. Remember to ask. When you get a big bill, please, universe, can you bring me the funds for this? If you ask, it will answer. And I just heard a voice say, they're not going to believe this. They don't believe this. If you do it once, you start believing. When you see it work in your personal life, that's when you build the faith. This didn't always happen to me. I wasn't always like a true believer in the universe, but I tried it once. I started manifesting, and now I know that my mindset is what's manifesting all of that, because I think this way, because I think everything's always working out for me. Everything's perfect. Even if I get, a flat tire, maybe I need to meet somebody who's going to help me with this, and that's going to connect me to somebody else, and it's going to help my career in some way. So you always have to be thinking outside the box. Why does the universe have me here? Why does the universe have me here? What is it showing me? Who is it bringing me? What is it teaching me? And the world card is saying, like, you finally mastered this. You've mastered this way of being, way of living. And now maybe you're like me. Maybe you're now teaching it. Blocked throat chakra. Maybe you're now teaching it to other people. And I love this. I love getting people to believe in the universe. After my daughter passed away, my daughter was 2 months old when she passed from a muscle disorder, and it rocked my world. It was in 2012. She would be 10 in this July, but after she passed, I would get hearts all the time. And I thought, I didn't really believe in God and the universe back then. I just knew it was her. And then one day, like maybe 3 or 4 years post-loss, I had this aha moment where it was like, the hearts aren't from her. The hearts are from this higher intelligence that created her and created me. And it's telling me, it's trying to connect with me using her because it knew I would pay attention, because it knows I love her. And it was like trying to get my attention, like, hey, Michelle, you're here to do more. Come on, pay attention to these signs. Pay attention to how the universe works. Go read this spiritual text. Go watch this YouTube video. That's how my journey started. It started off with my daughter, the hearts, and then an aha moment of, there's something bigger trying to get in touch with me right now. And I was being called to meditate. I was being called to awaken. And this happened a couple of years ago. And now the whole world is awakening. So I felt like me sharing this right now is for you. Some of you might have already had your awakening and you're well on your way, and you finally have reached this space where you're like, I get it. I see how every single thing led me to here. And maybe you're just starting to awaken, and my story is inspiring you to really start to have faith, start manifesting what you want. It can happen. And I keep on looking over here because I have a huge manifestation wall. And if you ever want to see it, I have pictures of it on my Instagram. Michelle.Thornton11 is my Instagram handle. So go check that out. But manifesting is a huge part of our lives right now because we're becoming more spiritually open and connected to source. And when we're connected and we're seeing that everything is happening for us, the universe answers our prayers instantly. And the way you know this, the way you know that you're in the flow, is when you say a word and then you see it written somewhere, or you're thinking of a song, it comes on the radio. You're on the phone with somebody and they're saying a word and then you hear it on your TV. That is called a synchronicity. Or if you're seeing 1111, 444, 777, any number in a sequence, dang it. Hold on, my phone's ringing. I think that's the universe saying, yeah, confirm that, Michelle. But basically, let me put my phone on do not disturb. Do not disturb. Okay. So anyway, what I was saying was, you can manifest when you're in the flow like that and you're seeing the numbers and you're seeing the signs. That's saying like the universe is talking to you. Just like the hearts were talking to me, it was a higher power. It wasn't just my daughter. It was what created both of us. And it's living inside of us, and we are magnets to it. So we have to wake up each day. Like I said in the beginning of this reading, we have to feel good. We have to appreciate what we have. When we're looking at something that's really beautiful, I love this piece. My mentor, Anna, got it for me. When we're looking at something that's really beautiful, it puts us in a feel good state. And then all of a sudden we're magnets. We're going to attract more of that. We're going to attract people that are like that. And then when you attract people, here's another message. When you attract people that are not a match to you, the universe is just showing you your magnificence. It's saying, oh, look, there's other humans and they're not quite here yet, but you can guide them. You know, don't always shoo. This is a huge message right now. Thank you, Spirit. When you come across somebody negative, a lot of people are like, I'm an empath. I can't handle the negativity. I just can't stand these people. Guess what? What if you're the one person that they need? What if you're here to teach them something? What if they've not had anybody in their life that's like you, that's like thinking positively and seeing the bright side of things? What if you need to be the example to that person? You walk into their life and the ground shakes that they're walking on, and you light them up. You help them see life differently. Sometimes you need to be a light in a dark room, meaning you are the bright light, you are the good energy around a lot of negative people. Don't always run from that situation, because guess what? When you're in that situation, you start to see your light spread. You start to change people around you. They start believing in the universe. They start saying, oh my gosh, Michelle, I saw a heart. Or like, you are a powerful being that you can make a difference. And I feel so passionate about this. And I feel passionate about teaching you this because this happened to me. And it is the most rewarding, like, holy crap, I made it. I did it. When you are in, I say a dark place, meaning it's icky, it's heavy, there's so much negativity, people are just so mean, or whatever it is that you're in, whether it's a work environment, whether it's your home, and there's just so much toxicity, your bright light is there. And the universe has you there, and embrace it. And, you know, don't stay too long because we don't want to keep you in that, especially if you are very like chameleon-like, you can become like them. But sometimes you're in those situations for a brief period of time to say, wow, I see my light. I see that I just had those two people starting to believe in the universe, and they never believed in it before they met me. And just by me spending a little time with them, that was enough. And I can send them off and they can go fly away and go expand even further. And then when your body will tell you when it's time to leave, you'll start to get anxiety. You start to feel like, okay, I did what I was supposed to do here. And my mind just said, you just went on a tangent, but I'm pushing away my ego. Okay, so let's get more on this message, because this is really, I love talking about this because this is my spiritual enlightenment moment. I love teaching about this. So as I'm filming this right now, I'm hoping that more of you get to the space that we are all supposed to be in, which is doing what you love, adding value to the world, and then receiving abundance for it. That's when you know you've gotten it figured out. And sometimes, was there a card just flipped over? No. And sometimes the money doesn't come right away. And you have to just keep telling the universe, well, I'm going to keep doing what I love, and I trust you that you'll show up. And the crow card is spirit. Like, this is the ultimate spirit animal. The crow is not scary. It's not because it's black. Everyone thinks they're scary and birds, but no, he's got the world at his feet. That is the world, which is, hello, the world card that we just got. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're learning exactly what you're supposed to learn. It's this spiritual treasure underneath his feet. So, so good. I'm going to read that too. All right, Crow, what you got for us? What message do you want us to hear? All right, here we go. Spiritually strong, creative, watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. And remember in the Jaguar card, it talked about your psychic gifts being enhanced, or your psychic vision. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities: the past, the present, the future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When in balance, psychic strong, and clear. When out of balance, ungrounded, and hypersensitive, to bring into balance daily meditation practice. So the crow is calling you to build a meditation practice, to start to appreciate life, to start to see that you do have gifts. You know, we all have these gifts. Everybody can do what we're doing right now. Everybody can be a messenger. We just have to feel, we have to open ourselves up to the idea of that we are all messengers 24/7. Like if I go out to the store today and I'm talking with somebody and they say something that like sparks something in me, I'll get in my Jeep and be like, thanks God for sending that messenger. And that could have been you. You could be speaking and saying something to a child today, or a child could be saying something to you. And it's like, mommy, why are you eating that? And that's spirit saying like, put that food down, that's not healthy. The universe uses people to speak to us, and they're messengers, and we're all channels. It literally uses us. And you're being called to see this differently so that you can start opening yourself up to your gifts. And if you're on this channel and if you're listening to my videos, you are connecting with spirit right now. You are in the flow. You are receiving this message that they brought you here to receive. So listen up. You have a psychic ability. You have it. If you're here, you have it. And I am here to help you unlock it, to help you see what it might be. What might it look like? Is it painting? Is it like maybe you paint drawings for people where you're tapping into source and they're having you paint something that they know is going to make people feel good. If it's on a wall somewhere in a public place, like you're affecting their energy when they're looking at that. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a different kind of channeling. Some people are writers, some people are painters, some people are teachers, speakers. Every act of giving and putting out your passion is considered channeling. And this reading was super, super loaded. Like I'm trying to remember everything that, like I usually like to recap my readings at the end of a reading, but right now I'm struggling to do it. Like I don't remember what I just said. And I think that's kind of funny because that's an example of channeling. You don't remember. You're just being like something speaking through me right now. And I really don't remember much of this reading. I know we got the world card. I know we were talking about spiritual enlightenment. We got the jaguar. I don't even remember how we started off. Did we start with a book or did we start with a card? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's do another one. I don't want to end it just yet. We're going to do the work your light deck. Super, super fast. Ow, damn it. All right, so my mind just goes, Spirit, what are you trying to tell me? Why did I just bang my knee again? So start to build that communication. When anything happens, know that it's spirit. It says, take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. You're being called to rest, peeps. And guess what happens when you rest? You lay down and your gifts start opening. Your psychic abilities. It's like spirit lays you down and it's like, all right, let me do some surgery on your body while you're sick or while you're resting. And if you're sleeping like an extra 3 or 4 hours each day, that's spirit working on your body. It's removing all the junk. It's helping you. You're just going to wake up and you're just going to feel different. You're not going to know why, but that's the universe working through you, trying to get you to heal, trying to get you to see that you're gifted, because we need your light more than ever. We need you all. Siren, although the sirens are never good, but hope everybody's okay. But that is confirmation. You need to rest. It's okay to be sleeping extra right now. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself time to just really think about what it is you want to do, what lights you up. And I watched the movie City of Angels 2 days ago, and I talked about it in my last video, but there was really a powerful moment where it was like a little girl had passed away and an angel had asked her, you know, what was your favorite part? What was your favorite part of life? And she mentioned her pajamas. And right now, when you guys are resting, when you're trying to figure out the hustle and bustle of life of how am I going to survive this? There's so much happening with the pandemic. There's so much happening with home and I'm busy and I'm hectic. Once you finally lay down, I want you to lay there and be like, when I die, when I leave my body, what will I miss about being in my body? Heavy question, right? What will I miss? Will I miss like a beautiful kiss? Will I miss yummy food? Will I miss seeing something funny happening and then looking at my best friend and cracking up laughing? Will I miss pain? Will I miss beautiful things? I know for me, when I sit in my apartment and I had that moment watching that movie and I just was like, wow, Michelle, you're already doing it. I was thinking I wasn't doing enough, but I really am. Like, if you look at my place, like everything is very sensory. Everything just like is really beautiful. I appreciate it. It looks good. It feels good. My rug is so soft. Like everything is good for me. It's what I don't do it for other people to look at. I do it for me. So my experience can be the best ever. Even my little junk drawer is organized. And it's not like a type A organized, like everything needs to be in a space. It's you open it and it's just like, like it's just beautiful. Like, why not make everything fun to look at, fun to be around? That's what living is. It's the small moments of you choosing the things that make you feel good. Sorry, I keep hitting the table, but I'm going to wrap up the reading there. And our morning messages: choose you, start to see that you're becoming more spiritually open and you're leading yourself down a path to a different life. You are going in a completely different direction, and it might not make sense to everybody else, but you're starting to see your gifts. The crow is starting to talk to you, and you might see crows today. And if you do, know that that's spirit talking to you, just like the hearts were talking to me. Start to pay attention to your signs, whether it's music, numbers. When you see them, I get a lot of people DMing me saying, what does this mean? You can totally DM me on Instagram or comment below. I can help you decipher them. But essentially, it's just spirit saying, hey, we're guiding you. Follow us. We got you. And rest as much as you can. Taking a break is a huge part of the spiritual journey. You have to rest. Because if you're constantly go, 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 you're never having time to really stop, be grateful, and appreciate, and you're not allowing your gifts to open up. All right, lovies, be sure to like, subscribe, comment below with anything you want to share with me. If any part of this reading resonated with you, please let me know. I love hearing when the messages that come through are what people need to hear. Because I know for me, I'm always commenting on other videos being like, yes, I needed this today. Oh my gosh. And it's so important that we tell that person, because now that keeps them going. It gives them the fire to keep putting out their work and to keep giving and adding value. So always tell people how you feel when you feel it. It's a huge part of life and giving. All right, I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful Tuesday, lovies. Bye.